So I'm still recovering from the brutal horror show that was Avengers Infinity War. So while I'm doing that, I figured I might as well just check out a fun Japanese horror comedy romp. Vampire Clay is written and directed by Suichi Umezawa. Tells the story of a group of art students in rural Japan who come across a bag of clay buried in the ground, and it turns out to be demonic clay. It's about as insane as it sounds, guys, but it's a Japanese body horror movie. I mean, what do you expect? I certainly didn't expect much. I mean, what I really wanted was just some over-the-top creative kills and to have a good time. I got one of those things. At the end of the day, what I really got was an extended Japanese episode of Goosebumps. And that's really what this movie feels like. It feels like an episode of the Goosebumps show from the 90s. Bad acting and overall cheesiness included. I guess I should talk about what I liked first. Practical effects in this movie are genuinely awesome. I mean, that's no surprise considering the director comes from the special effects field. There's some really weird-ass imagery and body horror here. There's some puppetry going on. And it all really does look great because practical effects always tend to look better than CGI, and this movie does practical effects very well. You got heads popping out of heads and weird clay sculpture boys eating things. It's a weird, weird film, but the practical effects really do bring it all together. The writing in this movie is also really great in that it's really fucking stupid. It really lends to the overall air of the super schlocky B-horror that I was expecting from this movie, up until the point when it doesn't. For the first half of the movie, it's damn hilarious. You got like a weird clay monster looming over somebody, but it has like half of a girl's face, and the dude it's about to kill is like, oh hey, I didn't know it was you. It's hysterical. And then around halfway through this 80-minute movie, it decides it wants to have a backstory. It decides it wants to tell you the origin of the vampire clay. Movie, I don't care why the clay's a vampire. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for well-rounded, developed characters in a movie called Vampire Clay. I use the phrase well-rounded very lightly because these characters aren't well-rounded, but the movie really tries to flesh them out, and it falls apart for it, honestly, because there's no reason to develop these characters. There's no reason to care about these characters. I didn't want to care about these characters. I just wanted to see people get eaten by clay. It's these weird-ass storytelling choices that drag this film down for the entire back half of it. And I'll reiterate, this film is only 80 minutes long, and the last 40 minutes are just so boring. All the crazy over-the-top B-horror action that I was hoping the whole movie would be happens in the first 40 minutes and then just drops off, and this movie becomes so dull. On top of that, the editing is just painful. It's truly awful. For a film that thrives on practical effects, it sure is hidden most of the time behind whiplash-inducing editing. Nearly every shot ends up being a close-up, and the editing just rapidly cuts between close-up and another close-up, and it's seizure-inducing. You cannot tell what is going on, especially during the kill scenes. You'll cut from these really close-up shots on a person's face freaking out to a shot of some weird warped clay body part that you can't even tell what it is, and it's just rapid-fire, and you get no break, and you feel like you're gonna fucking throw up. I genuinely couldn't tell you what happened in a lot of the kill scenes in this movie because they're just so badly edited. If you want to check this one out, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't, but I ended up enjoying it way less than I had hoped. And as a result, I'm going to say that Vampire Clay is poor. There's some value to be found in it as a crazy over-the-top Japanese B-movie, but for me, the decision to try to be something other than the insanity it was on the surface level really messed up the flow of this movie. And I'm never going to revisit this one, I'm being honest. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, click down there and like and comment and subscribe. If you really like this channel, there's a Patreon now. The link is down in the description. There's some cool rewards, everything from a special thank you to getting to pick the movie I review once a month. Patronage is on a per video basis, but Patreon's great in that it lets you pick a monthly spending cap for yourself. And you really get to choose how much you donate once a month. And honestly, guys, even $1 helps, and I would really, truly appreciate it. So if you want to see this channel grow and develop and for me to put out better content for you all, please consider donating, guys. But even if you don't, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon.